Hello and welcome to this month's Maggie Moment. As a queen of common sense, I've just got a few simple tips for you. If you're finding mornings before daycare or early childhood settings or school a bit traumatic, let's give you a few tips that might help that be a little smoother. Not perfect, remember, just a little bit smoother. The very first thing is so obvious that I can't believe it took me quite a while to work it out, was that for each of my boys, they have a memory like a sieve. So when I started putting their shoes, their socks, their chalks, their everything in one pile, oh my goodness, my stress levels just, because I couldn't keep going, where is it, what's that? Everything, same pile, same place, every night before they go to bed. And gradually as they get older, get them to do it, so that they get used to getting themselves a bit organised, because organisation is something they can struggle with. So that's the first one. The second one is also, can you get a bit ready if you do have to do lunch boxes? So you've got your head around, have I got whatever I need? Because so often I went to do it and they'd eaten it. So just double check before you go to bed that you've still got stuff that you can put into those lunch boxes. So next morning, the very first thing you do is you put on some lovely music around your house. Now, if it's towards the end of term or it's when they're a little bit tired, I want you to put in some good, dancey kind of music. A bit of ABBA might work, but what we want to do is a bit of kind of lift me up energy. Some mornings you're going to need the really lovely nature sounds, which get everybody to feel quite calm. So you've got to kind of be a bit intuitive about what sort of music am I going to have around my house as we prepare to get ready to leave. Now, if you do have sensitive children who really don't want to go, if you can, no matter who you're co-parenting with, if you can make a little bit extra time before you get them out of bed, snuggle in with them and fill their love cup a bit more before they get out of bed, you'll often find it helps with the transition later. So remember the other thing around breakfast, some of our kids just don't want to eat, and that is really a little bit problematic. However, if you can keep thinking somewhere, where's the protein? Because I know the paediatric dietitians tell me a lot that when our children have simple carbs with lots of sugar, they have a big crash early in the morning and they feel really bad and can often make learning difficult and also behaviour choices really bad. So try and work out how can I get some protein into my children. And then just before, if you can, connect in that way again with your children, those micro moments, a bit of a rub on the head, a little bit of a squeeze, tickle spot. Basically fill that love cup a bit more before you head out the door. Now, if you do have children under 3, there could be a random poo. No, you haven't failed. It's called Welcome to Parenting of Young Children. So again, take a deep breath. It's okay. Just be a little bit late today. I call it being late with love. You're not a lousy parent. A random poo needs to be honoured and treasured. One day they won't do it. So again, be a little bit realistic that some days are going to go better than others, and that when it goes yucky, there's always coffee and chocolate. And when it goes well, just know it just might be a one-up. I hope that's given you a couple of simple tips to make your mornings a bit smoother. And that's all from me today.